Good morning and welcome to America's Home Cooking. Today we are making raspberry muffins. I know you don't hear about raspberry muffins very often because they're difficult to work with if you don't know what you're doing. Now you're going to have to preheat your oven to 400. So I'm going to show you how you can work with these berries without destroying them. We're going to need, let's see, how am I going to do this? I have to think about how I want to make these. Well, I hate when I have to do this thing. All right, we're going to put 1 cup of all-purpose flour. We're going to use a 1/2 cup of whole wheat flour. Because if you use 100% whole wheat, you're going to find it's going to be a little bit on the heavy side. That's why you see me use the all-purpose to sort of lighten up the whole wheat. So a lot of people don't like whole wheat. I get it across with messages. I'm not overly fond of whole wheat, you know. But the thing is that you can still work with it and you don't have to have that strong flavor in front of you. And a lot of people don't like it because society has made sure that we feel this way. But I don't. Wheat bran. It took a couple of weeks to find this. That's why I'm having trouble with some of the recipes I promised you, because I can't find some of the ingredients that I need. Then I have to order them. If I have to order them, I have to wait. So it's a little frustrating. I had a lovely conversation with, we need 1/3 cup bran, wheat bran they'd like. I have used oat bran in place of it if you have to. They want 1/4 cup of sugar. Yeah, I thought I was reading that right. And you're also going to need 1/4 cup of packed light brown sugar. I'm going to have to spend a day next week making my sugars and my salts and my baking powder. Yeah, I got all of that I have to do. No, I got it. I'm going to need 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. And 2 teaspoons of baking powder. Okay. Okay, this is homemade baking powder. If you are using homemade baking powder, do not put the next ingredient in. If you're buying your baking powder, the next ingredient you have to add in is 1 teaspoon of baking soda. You need 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Okay, now these are all our dry ingredients. Now I put them all in a bowl right there. That's why I didn't show you at the time. Now we're gonna mix this up thoroughly. You can use a spoon if you wish. It's my family. I'm not cooking for anybody else, so I don't have to worry about that. And nobody's sick in my house. Now you're going to need, let's see, let's put the sunflower seeds in first. You know why? Because those raspberries. You need 2/3, and I'm going to have to cut this off, right? Yep. Alright, you're going to add 2/3. Where's my 1/3 cup? These are raw. I don't want them toasted. Okay, you're going to coat these. Remember how I told you have to coat these things? You really, really do. Now we have to rinse these. Rinse your raspberries. Shake the excess water off. Fork. You have to be very, very careful doing this, or you're going to crush them and then just have these red muffins and nothing else. Shake all the excess water off. Now watch how I do this very, very carefully, okay? The reason we're coating them is to make sure that they are suspended throughout the muffins, okay? Now, did you notice how I went along the edge here? And I took the flour and I threw it on them and separated them. That's the way you keep them from breaking. Now, very carefully, you're going to make a well in the center here because we're going to have to work with it. Okay, so make a well and just put it on the side like that. It's ready for the liquid, but we're not going to add the liquids in yet. So see, that's how you keep those berries from actually doing what? Let me turn you up. This is how you keep those berries from breaking, which is very, very important. Okay, now we're going to get the liquid together, so I'm going to turn you down so you can watch. We're just going to start adding it in. You need 2 eggs. Don't forget to grease your muffin tin. Now they sit there and say we need 1/3 cup of oil. Do not use olive oil. Use a light oil. I'm using safflower. I'm looking for sunflower, but I can't find sunflower anywhere. So I know it's being held. There's your 1/3. Now, they want 1/2 cup of yogurt. I'm going to put some discard with some homemade yogurt. I do that? Of course I can. But if you just have yogurt, just use yogurt. But it's a half a cup that you need. I'm just going to use a fourth of this and whatever else I want to put in it. I know I shouldn't talk like that. Drive you crazy. But if I don't have enough yogurt, I can always sit there and use buttermilk in place of it. So that's what I'm going to use. But I know buttermilk and yogurt are universal. You can also use sour cream if you wish. The only thing is I want to mix it up. So don't think you can't get away with some of this. You can. I could even take sour cream if I wish, because you want a sour taste. So if you can't get the sour taste one way, and you don't have that, substitute. And the reason I thinned out my discard is because it's so thick. After that fiasco I made, I realized on some dishes, discard has to be done differently. I think that's all we're putting in here. Yeah. You can whisk this or use a spoon. Just mix it thoroughly. I don't need anything else. Haven't touched this. Just pour it right in the middle. Now you want to be very, very careful we don't damage these berries so you don't end up with red muffins. Unless you want red muffins. I'm going against the bowl, you see that? You go under and bring up. I know you can hear the bowl scraping. That's because I don't want to damage the berries any more than they have to be. Look underneath. You should be fine. Oh, we didn't break the berries. That's how you do it when you have blackberries, raspberries, blueberries, and all. See? And it's not completely mixed. I'm sure you're wondering where I got these ladles different sizes. My husband actually came in with them. I don't know where he got them. But if you have a place where you can buy cooking equipment, that's really cooking equipment and not just what you get in a department store, but they specialize in it. They have stores that specialize in candy equipment and also with equipment you use for other things, you'll find them. probably where you're going to break some of them trying to get them in to the muffin tin, but not too many. Basically, they'll still stay whole. Okay, let me see. Oh, that was just a little bit of flour I had left at the bottom. I'll put these in the oven. Let them do what they have to do, and we'll see them when they're done. And how long are we cooking these? About 18-20 minutes. So I'll see you in about 20 minutes and we'll see how these muffins come out. Okay, here they are. I just took them out. It's too hot. I'll bring one up. I'm going to try one. But here they are. See? They came out nice, didn't they? One of my sons is up. He's going to have this. Let me know how they sound. Well, I should say how they taste. So listen, you take care. Bye-bye.